Hey, what's going on, guys? Well, I lost power for a little while there. Little storm rolling through. We can certainly use the rain, so I'm not complaining about that. And to be honest, I love when the power goes out. If you came to my house with the power out, it'd probably be brighter in here from all the flashlights I own than when I actually have electricity and I'm using my house lights. So it's not really a big deal. In fact, me and my wife kind of get excited when the power goes out. We get into this cool, fun camping type mode. But anyway, I was using this light, and it kind of dawned on me that I haven't done a flashlight review in a while. So the mood struck me, and here we are, doing a flashlight review. So this is the Thrunite TC10 version 2. When this light first came out, I picked one up. I love this light. What sets this apart from a lot of different flashlights is it does have a charging port on the side here. Okay, so you have the capability of charging this by USB pretty much anywhere you have a USB, which in today's day and age, they're everywhere. What I really like about this is that when you get flashlights, not a lot of companies give you a charger with the flashlight. I do like that Thrunite, some of their models are offering, the charger with the kit, which I think is phenomenal. You don't want to buy a flashlight, then you have to get some rechargeable batteries for it. Then you also have to get a charger for it. You know what I mean? You kind of want to just get everything in one. And with this light, you don't need the charger because you do have the cable and it is built in, which is awesome. So this is the one that I've been using lately. I have been EDCing it with the little holster or sheath. One thing I mentioned before with all Thrunite sheaths, since the first time I ever even heard about the company, they've always been really top-notch. Awesome quality. Little D-ring on here if you want a quick attach, like a bag or something like that, or the belt loop on your pants. You could throw a carabiner in there. You have the Velcro flap on the back for a quick detachment and attachment if you want to put this through your pants without undoing your belt. But if you want something more secure, I recommend putting it through here so that it's stitched on both sides. But the quality is phenomenal. The only thing that I will say that I don't know if I've ever mentioned it specifically with flashlight sheaths, and it's something I've never seen on a flashlight sheath before, is that anytime you have Velcro, I always love the addition of a button snap. Okay, so if people from Thrunite is watching the video, I do recommend just an added button snap right here. That's the only reason I suggest that, is that Velcro can get dirty, especially in the wintertime. It gets packed with snow, or if you're very outdoorsy, maybe you're riding a dirt bike or four-wheeler or hiking or something, you get dirt packed in there. It's just not as effective anymore. Okay, I always like the backup of a button snap to make sure it's secure enough where it's not going to fall out. All right, so let's show some of the other accessories. Obviously, because it is internally rechargeable, it does come with that cable, okay, which is USB on one side. I believe this is considered a micro USB, which plugs into the actual light. I'll show you that a little bit later in the video. Of course, you get your manual, which has all your information, and then your other accessories like your lanyard, your spare tail cap switch, as well as a switch that goes underneath your mode changing button on the side, which is stainless steel, which is awesome. Nice upgrade on that. And of course, there's a couple O-rings in here as well. All right, so very nice on the accessories department for this flashlight. Now first, let's talk about this little charging port, because again, that's what kind of sets this apart from everything else. You have a little rubber flap, which is attached by a ring. Okay, so it is removable, but of course, you won't want to remove it. You want it there to make sure this is covered. The one thing I noticed is that it's a little finicky in putting this button back on. Okay, because it's rubber, you have to make sure that it's completely pressure fit in there. If you have any gaps anywhere, you run the risk of water getting in there. I haven't had any kind of problems whatsoever as far as having this outside, having it in wet conditions. In fact, I did dunk this in the sink to make sure that water would not get in there. Perhaps I'll film that again. I'll do some more testing like this in the future, showing you guys that it is a nice tight seal on this. But when you go to push this back in, just make sure you push all the way around and you make that nice and flush to ensure that it's completely covered. All right, but anyway, so all you have to do is plug this into the side here, and then of course this goes right into any kind of USB port. There's a lot of different conversion pieces, so you can plug USB into like a wall outlet, which is very convenient. The charging time on this, the website says from a completely dead cell, that's 3,400 milliamp hours, is about 4 hours charge time. Now, I personally tested this, and it took me about 4 hours and 8 minutes. So I say they're definitely in the ballpark as far as the charging time, and that's from a completely dead cell. Something else to note here as well is that Thrunite recommends that you only use high capacity 18650 cells with this flashlight, okay? High capacity being anything over 2200 milliamps. They also suggest to never use two CR123s in here. As we know, if you have an 18650 flashlight, a lot of times they will accept two CR123s. it's just good as a backup. Because of the way this operates, they just don't recommend it. I have not tried it personally. I don't know how it really affects the usage of the flashlight, but honestly, I wouldn't mess around with it. I don't know if it's because it's not really enough power to power the light efficiently, or if it's some kind of electrical issue, but they say not to do it, so I would definitely listen to that and not do it. So stick with your 18650s, anything over 2200 milliamp hour. All right. This does come with a pocket clip. With larger flashlights like this, I do always use the holster. That's personal preference, just because I have other things in my pocket constantly. If you're not carrying a knife and a gun and, you know, lighters and all kinds of stuff like that, you'd have no problem sticking this in your pocket and clipping it in there. All right, let's zoom in a little here. Take a look at the business end. Whoa, I think I zoomed in a little bit too much. Our LED for this flashlight is a Cree XML2. You can see on this model it has a completely smooth reflector. Okay, this has awesome throw. In fact, maybe at the end of the video, it is raining, but I'll take a little peek at the doorway there and we'll look outside, get a beam shot on this. But this one happens to have the cool white LED. If you're buying these on Amazon, you will get the best price. I believe they sell it for slightly more on their website, but on Amazon, they're $65.95. You do have the option to get a neutral white version. Okay, this will be dictated on the box. You can see this one says cool white. Again, if you want the neutral white one, when you go to Amazon, you have to click the neutral white. The price is identical. So if there's no change in price on that, but if you do prefer neutral white, make sure you click that off. Otherwise, you'll get, I think, the cool white by default. What's nice about this is you have the tail clicky, and then the mode switch is on the side. All right, so tail clicky, just like other lights, halfway for momentary on, okay, or click it for constant on. To adjust your modes, we have a side button. And again, this is stainless steel. And if you notice, there's a little circle in the middle there. That is a separate LED that it basically indicates when your battery's low. Okay, that's going to glow red. All right, so I like that. It's just an awesome feature they're putting in pretty much every one of their newer lights. So our modes here, all the way down to Firefly again. Now the Firefly seem to have dropped. It's now 0.1 lumens, and on this particular light you get 83 days. I've said it before, I'll say it again. One day we'll test that. It'll take us 83 days to test it, hopefully anyway. But yeah, I have to kind of take the word for it. I can't do a test for 83 days. Not yet anyway. We will do that in the future. The next mode, just by clicking it, it's going to go up to low, which is 12 lumens. You're supposed to get 5 days of runtime for that. Next one's medium, which is 227 lumens for 6 hours of runtime. I'm going to back my hand off here because it's going to be too bright. Then we're on high, which is a full 900 lumens, okay, and you get an hour and 45 minutes on this. Now, in any mode at all, if you hold this button down, it goes right to strobe, which again is going to be our full output of 900 lumens, and you're going to get 4 hours runtime, a little bit more than twice what you get on the high mode. Just awesome flashlight, very easy to use, very simple. Okay, just cycling through the modes. You want to shut it off, just click the back. This does have a pocket clip on here, as well as the cigar grip ring. Okay, the ring is removable. I'll show you that real quick here, but if you do remove the ring, it unscrews. If you remove the ring on here, you will have exposed threads. Okay, not a fan of that. So I just keep the ring on. But if you did want like a real thin profile, take the pocket clip off and everything, you do have that option. I just don't like the idea of having the exposed threads there. Perhaps again, if Thrunite is watching this video, maybe as another accessory, you can kind of add a flat ring, which would basically just take up the gap there, okay, so that your threads are protected if you did choose to take off this ring. But anyway, just a little observation there. You know, as far as the quality on these, it's just like every other Thrunite flashlight. Top quality, nice glass lens on the front here, anti-reflective coating, allows all that light to pass through. It does have the crenulated bezel on this one, has the finned head for heat distribution. They still do get hot, especially with the higher power flashlights, okay? So pretty important to have the proper heat sinks in here. Overall, I just really like the light. I mean, the biggest feature on this one, why you'd get this as opposed to any other model like the TN12 or similar, is that charging port. It's just super cool. Having the capability of charging by USB, in today's day and age, I mean, there's USB ports everywhere. I've been personally charging this off my tower on my computer. I happen to prefer desktop computers over laptops, but of course you can charge this on any laptop that has a USB port. You know, USBs are becoming pretty standard in vehicles, okay? So you can charge it right in your car or car radio. Just really interesting. So anyway, let's get outside and do some beam shots here. Again, that super smooth reflector is going to give us a nice throw on this light. All right, so let's go see what that looks like. All right, it is raining, as I mentioned, and my camera is not waterproof. So we're going to do a little beam shot action through the front doorway here. So first we have it on the full 900 lumens. See, lights up the front yard beautifully. Nice tight beam pattern on here, but there's not a distinctive edge. You know, say if I use my finger here, it kind of looks like from this point on, like this is your center beam, and then this point on looks dark. But the human eye is picking up that light. Like I can see out there fine. There's way more spill or spread in person that you're ever going to see on camera. The human eye can pick up more light than a camera, at least any camera that we can afford. I'm sure there's better cameras out there, but for this purpose, I just wanted to mention that there is a little bit more spill than what you're seeing. If I shine up into the trees there, and it goes way up. There's enough spill on this one for general purpose usage. You know, it's not a spotlight that's going to reach out 1,000 yards or anything like that, but it does have enough reach to light up pretty much any task you're going to need it for, except for specifically using it as a spotlight. Alright guys, so now I have a focus on the car here. I just want to run through all the modes. Starting back over at the Firefly mode, it's actually lighting the car up slightly from here, but not enough light for the camera to pick up. Bump it up to low, kind of pan across here, a medium, plenty of light, and that car is probably about 10-15 feet away. And then of course our high, which is our full 900 lumens. But just beautiful, awesome light. So that's all. I appreciate you guys watching a great deal. I thank you very much for your time as always. If you have this particular flashlight, I'd love to hear your personal opinions on it. And I hope you guys have an awesome day. I'll see you soon. Take care.